vinyl chloride is a known carcinogen. So that is part of the underlying concern here, right? It is a known substance that when it's metabolized in your body, it causes these reactive compounds that can cause cancer.
Can I just summarize? Can I just summarize as a layman what I just heard in this last segment? Number one, it was a enormous quantity of a carcinogen that causes cancer. Number two, it was lit on fire to hopefully dilute it. Number three, you would move out of East Palestine. And
to transform it, yeah.
And number four, you wouldn't drink the water until TBD amount of time.
Until tested, yep.
Okay. I mean, so this is like a pretty important thing that just happened then, is what I would say.
Right.
That'd be my summary.
I think this is right out of Atlas Shrugged, where if you've ever read that book that begins with like a train wreck that, in that case, it kills a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the cause of the train wreck is really hard to figure out. But basically the problem is that powerful bureaucracies run everything where nobody is individually accountable for anything. And it feels the same here. Who's responsible for this train wreck? Is it the train company? Apparently Congress back in 2017 passed deregulation of safety standards around these train companies so that they didn't have to spend the money to upgrade the brakes that supposedly failed that caused it. A lot of money came from the industry to Congress, both parties. They flooded Congress with money to get that law changed. Is it the people who made this decision to do the controlled burn? Like, who made that decision? It's all so vague. Like, who's actually at fault here?
Can I?
Go
ahead. I just want to ask you a question.
Just to finish the thought. The media initially just seemed like they weren't very interested in this. And again, the mainstream media is another elite bureaucracy. It just feels like all these elite bureaucracies kind of work together and they don't really want to talk about things unless it benefits their agenda.
That's a wonderful term. You fucking nailed it. That is great. Elite bureaucracy. That's perfect.
And they are. So the only things they want to talk about are things, that benefit their agenda. Look, if Greta Thunberg was speaking in East Palestine, Ohio, about a 0.01% change in global warming that was going to happen in 10 years, it would have gotten more press coverage than this derailment, at least in the early days of it. Well, and again, I would just go back to who benefits from this coverage? Nobody that the mainstream media cares about.
I think, let me ask you two questions. I'll ask one question and then I'll make a point. I guess the question is, why do we always feel like we need to find someone to blame when bad things happen?